In this video, we'll be going through how to set your blog up start to finish in our Showit templates. So first of all, you want to make sure that Showit have set up your blog on their end. If you haven't requested this already, they have a super helpful article on requesting a blog setup or migration. So just go over and make sure that you've done that and that they've confirmed that your blog's all set up, and then you can go from here. So first of all, we need to log into WordPress and update some settings. So if you go to a new tab, and to log into your WordPress, you'll just want to copy and paste your website domain, and then add /wp-login.php, and just log in with the same details that you use to log in to Showit. Once you're logged in, your WordPress dashboard should look something like this, and then we'll go to the left panel and go to Pages, and we want to add a couple of pages here. So if you click Add New Page, the first page we're going to add is going to be Blog, and we'll click Publish, and the second page that we're going to add will be Category. And then we'll publish this. Then you want to go to Settings in the left panel and wait for the drop down and go to Reading. And where it says your home page displays, you want this set to a static page, and where it says Post page here, change this to Blog. And click Save. And then go back to Settings and find Showit. And where it says Static Pages, the box for Load your custom shirt pages should be ticked, and click Save Changes. So they're all the settings that we need to change in WordPress. So if we head back over to Showit, and the first thing we're going to do is scroll down the pages list to find our blog templates. You'll see a handful of templates in yours with the name demo next to it. You just want to go through and delete all of these individually. This is just because these are demo pages, so they've had content put in them to show you what it would look like when it's working. So we'll delete these. Once they're all deleted, we just want to go through individually and make sure they're all set up correctly. So we'll start with Blog. So if we click on Blog and go to the top right corner, where it says WordPress template, this should be Post List Default. For Category, it should say Category. For Single Post, it should say Single Post. And for Search, it should say Search. Now, once you're finished setting up all of those and making sure they're correct, we want to relink the blog section up here. So this would originally link to the demo page, so now this won't be working. So if you click on Blog in your header, and in the right column you should see Click Actions, the type should be set to Page, and the page should now be Blog under Blog Templates. If we go back and we'll scroll down, it should also be the same on all of our templates where you have Blog at the bottom too, so you just want to make sure it's set to Page, and Blog again. And the final one we want to update is our mobile navigation. So if you go back to Site, scroll down to Site Canvases and find Mobile Nav, click on Blog, and make sure that this is also updated to the blog template, Blog. So now that's all the adjustments that you need to make in terms of settings on your WordPress and your Showit. So now we're going to start by updating this category box here. So we'll start by clicking Edit Blog Category menu. The first thing we want to do is customize this first category here. So as an example, I'm going to update this to weddings. Then go to the panel on the right and look for Click Actions, and you want the type to be set to URL. And for the URL, you'll want to copy your website domain. So I'm just going to go to this WordPress tab and copy that from here. So paste that into that box, and then it should have /category/ the category name that you've just added, so it's weddings, /. So as you can see, the address should be your website domain /category/ the category name you've just updated, /. And then we want to go back over to WordPress, go to the left panel, go to Posts, and look for Categories. Now you want to add this same category into here, and click Add New Category. So now we're just going to go through and update this for the remaining categories. So if you go through and repeat this step until all of your categories are completed, so I'll do that now and come back. So as you can see, I finished updating all of my categories here. If I click onto them in the right panel, you'll see that I've put the URL with the relevant category in it. And then if I go to WordPress, all of my categories have now been added here. So this is all you need to do for updating this section. So if I connect my domain, I'll show you how this works now on the blog homepage. So you don't need to worry about connecting your domain now. You can do this if you want to publish it and take a look at it, or if you want to preview it with your content, that's fine. So now that our domain is connected, if we go back to blog, and we'll go preview, and we'll go to the right corner and click preview with my blog content. what you'll now see if we open up the blog is that if I scroll down, this category menu has been updated and it's now pulling through all of my blog posts onto this page. And if we click on any of these, it's going to show anything in that category. So what I'm going to do is go back to WordPress and go to all my posts, and then I'm just going to categorize a few of these just so you can see what this would look like on the live website. So if we put one in each, so that's elopements, couples, we'll do one for families, and then we'll do one for weddings, and click update. So now I've just set it up so that there's one in each of those categories. If I refresh this page, and if I click into each category now, you'll see it's going to pull through the blog posts that are within that category, and it's also going to update this canvas here with your category name automatically. So that's everything that you need to do for updating that category bar. Another canvas that's quite often on your blog page will be a static canvas, so that's usually your header. So if you click onto it, you'll see in the right panel it says static content. This just means that this is completely customizable. It won't pull anything through from WordPress, so you would just customize these canvases with whatever information you would like, and it will look exactly the same when you publish it. So in our templates, usually when you come to the blog page, you'll have a canvas like this that is pulling all of your most recent blog posts. You won't need to do anything here to customize this. The way it's set up in the right panel is with post view lookup, and it's set to standard. This will just mean that any of your posts that are currently in WordPress will automatically pull through to here. So as you can see on the live blog, this is pulling through our most recent 6 blog posts on here. So if we go back to Showit, this section can be left as is. You won't need to update these sections in our templates. This will just pull through automatically thanks to the setup here on the right. If we scroll down, now we'll go through how you can customize or create a featured canvas. So a lot of our templates also have a featured blog post canvas that looks something like this. So you can design a canvas that looks like this and makes it functional, but for our templates, this is already included. So all you want to do is go back over to WordPress, and then you want to take a look at all of your posts and choose which post you want to be your featured blog post on that page. So for example, if we choose blog post 6, you want to quick edit, go to right and look for tags and type in featured. If we click update, we'll now go back into Showit, and in the right hand panel you'll see that there's an option for tag name slug. So all you want to do is make sure that this is currently set to featured, and what that's doing is it has the same setup as the previous canvas where it's telling WordPress to pull through your posts onto Showit, but by adding a tag name slug, this is dictating that you want it to be this specific post that's pulling through. If you have multiple posts with the tag featured, it's just going to pull the most recent one. So the best thing that you can do is just limit this to one post to make sure that it's definitely pulling through the one that you want it to. So if we go back to the canvas and publish this, and we'll take a look, and we should now see that the chosen post that you've set as featured will now be showing here. So in WordPress, we chose for blog post 6 to be our featured post, and now you can see this is showing as our featured post here. So that's everything for setting up a featured blog post section. And if we scroll down the page, so on the Lisbon template, we have this section here. Now these kind of sections are commonly used for things like your latest blog posts or maybe a specific kind of blog posts. So what we need to do is if we click on the canvas, and if you look on the right, the settings are currently set up to pull the most recent blog posts in. What we want to do is we want to tell this to pull in some specific blog posts just as we have with featured. So if we go back to WordPress, and you're going to want to pick 3 posts that you want to be going into this section. So I'll just pick those. And if I just use the word latest love stories and update it, and we'll choose 2 more. So now I've chosen my 3 blog posts that I want to be included here. We'll go back over to Showit, and in the right panel where it says tag name slug, we need to do the same thing that we've just done with featured but with latest love stories. So if we go into here and go to the left panel and look at tags, this will show you a list of all the tags that you've currently got that we've just created. It's going to ask for the slug for that tag. So if you copy that and go back into Showit and just paste it, and make sure there's no spaces or anything like that, and that there's a dash where any spaces should be. So now we've updated that, if we go to preview and go to preview with my blog content and go to blog, and if we scroll down, you'll see that this is now updated with the posts that we chose. So blog post 1, 3 and 4. And if I go back over to WordPress, you'll see we chose blog post 1, 3 and 4 as our latest love stories. Now on some of our templates we have a blog featured section on other pages. So in Lisbon, if I go to home, I know that we have a blog featured section down here which shows the latest posts, and if I go to resources, there's also the same section here. So this is showing all of our most recent posts. When you first get your template, these won't be working, these will just be a dummy version. So what you would have done is maybe repurposed them or deleted them, but now we'll take a look at how you can reintegrate them or add them back into your pages. So we'll start off with resources as an example. So let's say you want to use this section on one of your pages. What you'll want to do is go to the chosen page, go to page in the left panel, and we're just going to delete this one. This is just a demo version, don't worry, we're going to replace it. And then go to resources, click the 3 dots and click add from library. And then you should see one that says recent blog posts in the left panel. Click this and click add. And it will pop up in the bottom of this list here on the left. You just want to drag this up to wherever you want it to be. So if we go into here, you'll see that it's got all of the placeholders. So it's going to be pulling things through from WordPress for you and updating it automatically. So now we've added this in. This is currently in the resources page, and if we go back to site on the left hand side, resources is currently under the list of pages. Because this has a WordPress feature in this page, we actually need to move this down to blog templates. So to do that, what you would do is click the 3 dots, click copy to blog template, delete the original resources up here, and if you scroll down to resources 1 in blog templates and just rename this as resources. Then what you want to do is go to the top right corner where it says template info, and this WordPress template needs to be set to custom. And in custom template name you need to type page dash and then the page name. So for this page it's resources. So once you've added page dash resources, we now need to head over to WordPress and take a look at our pages. We now need to add a page titled resources, and this is just telling WordPress that we have a page on our Showit design for resources that has a blog section. And now this is all set up. We have it set up on WordPress, so we have a page for it, and Showit is now letting us know that we need to pull the page resources using this template for that page. So once that's done, you'll just want to take a look at your header and footer and make sure that it's still linking correctly. So go to edit header, resources, click actions, and just make sure it's linked properly there and in your footer too. So if we go back, if we preview this page, preview with my blog content, and go to resources, you'll see that this section is now pulling through the most recent blog post here. So this is how you would update it so that this works on any other page than the home page. If you're looking to add your blog section to your home page, then you'll just need to follow the steps again and do a couple more things which we'll just show you. So let's say you want to add a featured section on your home page. So if we go to home, scroll down, and we'll see this dummy version here. Exactly the same as we've done before. We're going to go to page in the left panel, delete this, and then go to home, click the 3 dots, click add from library, and go for recent blog posts and click add. And I'm going to drag this up to where we want it to be, which is just here. And again, this is set up in a way so that all the settings here on the right hand side are going to pull through your latest blog posts. Again, if you want to customize it on your home page and make this pull through something different, just go to the left panel here and find those recent blog posts, click the 3 dots and click convert to page canvas, just so it doesn't affect it on any of the other pages where you've used this canvas. So now we've updated the canvas to pull through the most recent posts. What we need to do is we need to do the same thing that we've done with the previous page. So click the 3 dots, copy to blog template, and for now we can just rename this one as home-old. You can delete this if you like, but if you prefer to keep it, that's absolutely fine. And then scroll down and rename this as home. Now what we want to do is for the home settings in the top right corner, we want this to be set as front page. Now what we need to do is head back over to WordPress and go to Pages, and we just want to make sure that we have a page titled Home. So if we go Add New Page, Home, Publish, and go back, and we'll see that we have a page titled Home. This needs to match the name that you've used under blog templates exactly to make sure that it pulls through correctly. So again, on WordPress, if we go to Settings, and you then want to go to Showit, and you'll see a section at the bottom that says Home Page. Load the WordPress homepage instead of Showit homepage. You want to tick this, click Save Changes, and then you want to go to Reading in the left panel. And where it says your homepage displays, we've already got Post Page set to Blog, but we now want to change Homepage so that this shows as Home. And click Save Changes. So what this is doing is the box that you just ticked on the Showit settings is telling WordPress that you would like to use this homepage as your new homepage. So if we head back over, and if we click Preview, and Preview with my blog content, you'll now see that your home page on your Showit template is now showing your feature blog post section down here. So that's everything that you need to know for either updating your home page with the blog featured section, and how you can also add one of these sections into any page on your website, just like we did for the resources page here. So the final thing that you'll want to do before you're ready to publish your blog is you'll want to update the side panel that shows in the individual blog post page. So you'll see on the right we have a small section here with a bit about yourself and your social links, and a free download if you want to use that. So if we go back into Showit, if you go to the left panel and scroll down to Site Canvases, you'll see the canvas titled Sidebar Single Post. Simply click on this and then customise the canvas however you like and update it with all of your links and information, and then once you're finished with that, you're ready to go. So you can do a final check of all of the pages, make sure you're happy with everything. If you haven't connected your domain yet, you can connect it like we showed you earlier, and then you can hit preview and take a look and make sure everything is pulling through correctly.